Everything was normal. It was just a normal day for me. I was watching TV, enjoying my life, but something happened. As I was eating, I was quite bored. I lived in my small apartment. My partner left me. I had no one. My family, most of them were dead. My life was honestly pathetic, and I wasn't too good at my job. Honestly, I was probably gonna get fired. I could barely pay any bills. I was watching YouTube since I was too broke to afford any streaming services, as I thought about how fun it would be to be Alastor. I mean, true, someone else owns his soul, but I don't know. Everyone was scared of him. He had so much power, so much charisma, and if I was him, I would never let someone take over my soul. I'd be way smarter than him. After all, I'm me. I know how the show goes. If I was him, I could easily play everyone to my advantage. True, only one season is out, but I'm sure I can use what I know about him to get my way. But as I was thinking this, suddenly a portal would open up as the radio demon walked out. I was shocked. How could this be possible? How could he be here? He's not real. I would stand up and say, "Who are you?" He would laugh and say, "Oh, you know who I am, dear. Don't play dumb." You know who I am. You watch me. And I was quite intrigued. I would fall back as I would start to breathe heavily. What do you want? A deal. You get to live as me, and I'll even do it before I made that soul deal. So you'll be free as a bird. In fact, only a few years after I arrived. That way you're famous and can live the high life, but you're not too famous, so everyone's after you. What do you say? Why would you do this? Alastor would say, "It sets me free. Trust me. Doing this will make me a free man." But what happens to you? Oh, don't worry about that. Will you take my body? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Your life is sad and pathetic. I would never. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Besides, wouldn't you like to walk around with this face, as he pointed at himself? I would sigh. Alastor was way more handsome than I was. That's to say the least. And I do get cool powers, so with my life being crappy to say the least, I agreed. And then I would wake up in Alastor's body. I couldn't believe it. I was Alastor, the radio demon. How is this possible? I would start to walk around. As I talked, I started to talk like him. Old-like, gentlemanly-like, and with a southern accent. Just like Alastor talks. I was baffled by this. I couldn't believe it. As I was walking around, someone would spot me. It was Rosie. As she walked up to me, I began to shake. What if she realized it wasn't me? Oh, Alastor! I can't believe I'm meeting you for the second time. Then I realized this has only been a couple years since he's been here. She didn't know me well enough to be surprised by me. After all, now I talk like him, so she wouldn't notice any difference. I said, "Rosie, Rosie, Rosie, it's nice to meet you. How are you?" "I'm splendid, dear. I was taking care of my town and thought I could invite you out to dinner. Don't worry, it's platonically. Of course." "I know you don't like anybody." I would smile and say, "Oh, that sounds lovely." Me and Rosie would walk back, and honestly, the dinner would be quite nice. Though we weren't really eating animals. We had some delicious fingers, though. The fingers were phenomenal, I'm not gonna lie. And even though I should be disgusted by this, I wasn't. It seemed like Alastor's personality was infected me. But that could be a dangerous situation because Alastor can be full of himself and push him into dangerous situations. And I shouldn't let that happen. I have to make sure that my brain outweighs his attitude and outweighs his personality. As I walked out, suddenly sinners would surround me. Since Alastor's only been here for a few years, his radio show is quite new. Everyone wanted a piece of him. No one was quite scared of him yet. As they all surrounded me, they said, "So, you're the mighty radio demon. Use your radio show to take down people, huh?" "I think I will take you down." As they all surrounded me, one of them was a big, strong man. The other one was a woman with magic. They all looked quite powerful, and I was quite scared. But as they charged, I began to flinch as suddenly tentacles would come up from the ground. As I looked, I appeared to be controlling them. As they all charged at me, I started to pick them up and throw them. Luckily, most of them weren't too strong. And yeah, it was going to be quite an easy fight. There were a few tough ones, but I was a pretty strong overlord. Now, Alastor wasn't the strongest overlord like a lot of people talk about, but he's in the top 5 at least, considering that he tortured most of hell. So, I had nothing to worry about. As I was just getting used to fighting, getting into my body. But something started to happen. As I started to fight, I got this weird lust, this bloodlust. The lust for power, the lust for death, the craving to spread my masterpiece across all of hell. As suddenly, I started to make my radio appear, as I started to broadcast it everywhere. As their screams, they disgusted me. They made me scared of who I was, but at the same time, I started to enjoy it. I started to savor it, and I started to love it. I loved the power that I had. I loved the power that I felt, and I loved everything I craved, as I loved the feeling itself, the feeling of absolute power. It was amazing. As I broadcasted everywhere, they all started to know who I was. Every day I would do a broadcast and go to Cannibal Town to get something to eat. I got a daily routine going on, and I started to enjoy it. My job was to entertain people and to make people scared. And here I was respected and feared. Here I wasn't a loser. Here I had so much. But as I was walking down the street, it's been a few years since I've been Alastor, something would happen this day. I was walking on the street, about to go to dinner, do my usual routine. Everything seemed quite normal, but someone walked in front of me. It was Vox. But he wasn't mad at me. This was before he hated me. Maybe this is why he hated me. I looked at him. As I started to get my composure, not knowing what he's going to say, he would say, "Hey, I'm new around here. I was thinking you and I could team up a bit, build something. All you do is scare people, go and eat at Cannibal Town. Why not build an empire with me?" I would look at Vox, and part of me wanted to stop it. It was Alastor's personality, telling me not to associate with him. However, having an empire with him could be entertaining, and I would say, alright, but I'm only doing it because it's entertaining. You see, I don't care about money or power. I just want to be entertained. Entertained, huh? That's quite a weird thing to ask, but sure, you'll be plenty of entertained with me. As me and Vox walked around, I didn't get my usual supper. Instead, I went out with Vox. Vox opened up a club that was new in town. In fact, he wanted to be known more as a entrepreneur. He wanted to spread his business and his technology all across hell, but he needed my help to do so. Vox would look at me and say this: "Listen, I like you. You represent power and strength, and you've been doing this for quite a while. However, I'm the new technology. You're just the old radio. But me, I can spread my technology everywhere, and you can be the power, the muscle, and together we can rule this place." I would say, sure, sounds fun. Really? Yeah. But don't forget this. Never double-cross me. As I would look, my eyes would turn red. As I would start to grow and horns would appear from my head, Vox would look up and say, "Yeah, whatever." He was trying to look not scared, but I could tell he was shaking a bit. I found that quite hilarious, as in me and Vox started it. We started to sell TVs across hell. And well, with his technology, we even improved it better than what they were on Earth. I made a killing, but I didn't really care about that. I just cared about the entertainment, and there was a lot of entertainment. There was drama every single day, because Vox was a jealous person, and I loved to see this jealousy and drama blossom, as eventually he would want someone else to join him. His name was Valentino, but I had no interest in that. I knew the drama would only get juicier, and I would only be more entertained, but I needed something else to keep me going. As I was walking down the streets, I would see this overlord, Husk. Then I got an idea. Instead of putting him under my control, maybe I can make a deal with him, start my own little club. That could be fun. I walked up to Husk. "Hello, Husk." Husk would look and say, "Alastor, what do you want?" I would look at him and say, "I want to start a club, you and I. How about a deal? Don't worry, you won't give up your soul. I'll just earn a percentage of the profits you make. Sound like a deal? And I'll make everything you want." Besides, a good guy like you can be a great bartender. Bartending, gambling, maybe in some human flesh. I'm sure our club would be quite amazing. Husk would look at me and look down, as he then began to think about it, as then we begin to shake hands. And that is going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this video so far down in the comments below. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I honestly had a lot of fun time with this video. I will never forget making it. And this series will be one hell of a series. Get it? One hell of a series. Anyway, just like, comment, subscribe, and share, please. And watch my Fallout stuff, because that doesn't do well. And I'm never going to post a Fallout video again, because you all hate it, apparently.